going on, man? Another episode of Bringing the Business, man. BC in the crib, man. You got Nick in the house. What's up, bro?
What's going on with you, man? How your morning going so far?
Man, it's going good, man. We got 17 more days of school. You know what I'm saying, man? We counting down like a bug, man. So man, y'all, it's a beautiful morning, man. You look outside, man, sunshine. I know we're gonna get some rain today, but we had a beautiful weekend, man, coming off this Mother's Day weekend. So shout out to all the mothers out there doing their thing, mothers, grandmothers, aunties, whoever serving in the mother figure role right now, man. So just shout out to y'all. Let's let you know we appreciate you coming from the Bringing the Business crew, man.
For sure.
Yeah, so just let everybody know, man, check us out on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Go watch the episodes on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, comment, man. Tell a friend about it. Just get down with this Bringing the Business thing, man. Hey, so with all that being said, we got the good part out the way. I was thinking about something, bro. Check this out. You just tell me what you think. Or I guess it's part. I guess it's kind of a question along with my opinion or whatever.
Okay.
I think that how we recently talked about the old guys, right? And kind of getting some of these old guys out the way, right? And but now that I think about it, I think that that's a good thing. We getting them out the way. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't want to disrespect the old guys, and I think that you ought to pay homage to their careers and some of the great things, a lot of the great things they've done, because we've seen LeBron become the all-time leading scorer. We've seen he gonna probably be the only player with 40,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists. We've seen a lot of great things. We've seen Steph come in and shoot the leather off the basketball, and you know what I'm saying? So we saw a lot of great things.
Right.
I think it's time. I think it's a good thing that they're leaving, because I think they did a lot of bad things too to the game. So I guess that's part of my question. Like, do you think that they did bad things to the game? And when I say that, I'm gonna just name some of the bad things that I think that they did to the game. And I don't really see these young guys following in some of them trends. And that's why I'm glad to be ushering in the Ant-Mans and the even the Lucas and all of them guys, right? Think about this. During LeBron's and them tenure, we saw the clicking up, stacking teams, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. We saw that come in. And that, in my opinion, was bad for basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because you felt you had to stack the team up to win. Now, if you look around the league, the teams are more balanced. You don't really see Ant-Man them looking to stack their teams, or you know what I'm saying, Ja them and all. They ain't like, man, let's all click together to to win championships. I think that they are ushering in the competitive shit back. Look at that shit. Ja was talking shit before he went out. You know what I'm saying? Before, you know what I'm saying? Like Ja been a shit. Ant-Man be talking that shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it seems like them young boys bringing that competitive, you ain't fucking with me shit back in. You know what I'm saying? I want to beat you type of thing, opposed to let's click up together. So I think I think with Bron and KD and them leaving, I think you're seeing that part of the game leave. So what you think about that one before I keep going on the other points?
I mean, I agree with you, because I think it's kind of like going back in a circle. You know how, like, back in the day, it was just like you drafted good, or your talent that you had in your team, you drafted towards what, you know what I'm saying? Well, you got an Ant-Man already, right? So, I mean, even though, man, I'm going to leave that comment to myself. So you got Ant-Man. You got the veteran Mike Conley as your point guard. You're trying to put shooting around him and defense around him and stuff like that. So it's more like trying to make your team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Via the trade, you know what I'm saying, free agency or the draft. Instead of just saying, look, I'm Ant-Man. I'm gonna go team up with SGA. You know what I'm saying? And chatting them. You know what I'm saying? It ain't none of that shit no more. Like even
Right.
on the Indiana side, Indiana like, man, we gonna hoop what we got. You know what I'm saying? I think now is just like you said, with this new regime coming in, the GMs are just doing what they did before all this other shit started happening with LeBron and them. Is just drafting and getting people from the free agency. They're not really trying to make no super team.
But the players got to be down with it too, because
Yeah,
like in LeBron them era, LeBron them, KD them, they kind of forced their way out of trades, and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
And I know it's early, so we don't know if these young guys finna start forcing their way out of trade. But right now, they like shit. Build my team. You know what I'm saying? They stand where they are. They letting you build a
mm-hmm,
team, and you know what I'm saying. They go on to war with who they got. Look
yep,
at Jalen Bronson. Nobody expected that New York team to make no type of noise. You know what I'm saying? Randall go down. He like, fuck it. I'm a ride with what I, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, yeah,
let's go. And them boys talking shit. They at each other heads. They telling
yep,
the old niggas, man, get the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck old up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just said, it's coming back full circle.
yeah. It's coming back. I mean, it's a good thing for basketball
Yeah.
because that's as I mean, and I hate to say like as old guy because I don't really consider myself old. I'm older,
Right.
but I like competitive basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they playing back, where they were playing basketball when they was teaming up was kind of like what you would do in a video game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You would trade your guy to this team, or you know what I'm saying? Like that shit ain't real, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like they making a video game shit real, and you know what I'm saying in the league. Nah, man, the way you're supposed to do it is, I mean, so people want to say like, you know, I know you got another point to make, but people want to say like the Bulls was a super team. Nah, they wasn't a super team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They drafted Tony Kukoc. He turned out to be good as fuck. They got Dennis Rodman off of free agency. I don't even think they traded for him. No, they did. They traded Will Purdue. They traded
Yeah.
Will Purdue to the Spurs, and they ended up getting Dennis Rodman off that. They got Ron Harper out of free agency.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they just built a bench to be a nice bench to go around that team. That wasn't a fucking super team, B.
Right.
It wasn't like Rodman was like, man, I need to get over there. I need to get over there with y'all so I can win another chip.
Rob, at the time, Rodman was considered, I know, due to antics and stuff like that. Like,
Damn near the league.
yeah, they ready to get him about the league.
Yeah, you better get him out of there.
Ron Harper was a shell of himself of what he want, you know, due to the injuries and shit like
Mm-hmm.
that. So you taking guys that's like outcast or guys that other teams don't really necessarily want at the time, and you bring them in. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then that's how you do that. So yeah, you right about that. You're right. And I think they and I know that there's been some rule changes as far as with the salary caps and shit like that that's changing. So you really it's gonna be hard to pay all of these superstars like it was
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago or you know what I'm saying when they started doing that shit. But it just seems like that's not the mindset of these young motherfuckers. It seems like
No.
they ain't on that click. You know what I'm saying? I know it's early and we can wait to see or whatever, but it don't seem like they on that, bro. And it's like I ain't trying to go over there with Brian. I ain't trying to go with KD. You can come over here. I'm pretty sure they'll welcome a Brian on their team or
Oh yeah, for sure.
something like that. But it's like, no, they ain't what we on. We finna beat. We trying to beat them, and we trying to beat the guys. You know what I'm saying in our age group. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that stacking the team and all that shit is on its way out the door.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you on that shit. I mean, but you see it though.
Yeah.
You know.
Another thing I think is out the door. Obviously, again, some rule changes had to be made. But again, even before the rule changes, you didn't see that with these young guys. You still saw it with the old guy, and that's the load management.
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing I think that LeBron them era. I know Greg Popovich did it, you know what I'm saying, but still, that's
Mm-hmm.
that era, Claude them and all that load management shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's another thing that's on its way out the door. Due to them putting the rule in there where you got to pay 65 games for your accolades and shit like that. I think that played a part, but also just the mind frame. We saw last week they talked about Tibbs running the players in the ground and Josh Hart not getting a break and all that shit. And Josh Hart
Yeah.
come out and say, "Man, look here, man. I'm young. I'm trying to win." He like, man. He say, "Man, the motherfuckers that got to get up and work a 9 to 5, them the motherfuckers who should be tired, man." He like, "Man, I'm out here playing a game I love." You know what I'm saying? He like, "Shit, man. We out here hooping." Like, I read a stat with Ant Man, bro. He played like 40 minutes yesterday or some shit like that, right? He played whatever minutes he played yesterday. And while he was on the floor, his team, you know how they do like the,
Plus
I guess,
minus.
plus minus or just winning the game, period. The time he was on the floor, his team was either plus minus, had a plus or was winning. They lost the minutes that he was off the floor. And that's how they lost their game. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, man, if you sit down, bro, we gonna lose. You a
I
young, you
mean,
a
the
young boy.
shit.
If you sit down, and I know you need a break. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying like
Yeah, yeah.
I need no break. But if you sit down, bro, we gonna
Especially with
lose.
your star player. Especially with your star player, shit. You need that shit. I mean, you got to look at it like this. I mean, I know it's totally different. I get it, but when you playing a pickup game, let's say it's a game of 32, nigga, ain't nobody taking no break, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers into that motherfucker. Somebody hit 32, you in that motherfucker. Ain't nobody stopping me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, obviously it's two totally different situations because you playing, quarters and all that shit. But at the end of the day, like man, like you said, if you want to win, you got to be out there. You got to be out there. Like so, I think even Tibbs kind of feel pressure to that shit
Yeah, because
because
you see Josh Hart, yeah, he
he shot
tried.
he sat him down. You know what I'm saying? It's like man, shit. If he ain't complaining about that shit and he still giving you production, man, keep that motherfucker in there.
And then your other horse is down. Like they got a lot of injuries over there. Like I can't really go too far into this bench, like people telling me to do. You know what I'm saying?
You
Because
can't.
I don't have OG. He down already. The Mitchell, Mitchell Robinson? He
Mm-hmm.
down. We already down Randall from what I'm saying from early in the season. Like I don't have nothing else. You know what I'm
I
saying? I
know.
don't. I don't. I don't have nothing else, bro. So I gotta play what I got. And then I watched him the other day, right? You could steal rest time. I watched them the other day. I think it was like game 2 or some shit like that, maybe game 3 or something. And you know how they do a challenge, right? How they challenge the call.
Mm-hmm.
So that shit take like 5 minutes or so. You know what I'm saying? Just say
Right.
5 minutes time, right? So they sitting down for the 5 minutes, waiting on that. And then right when the decision was made, he called the timeout. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like in real time, that's like 8 to 10 minutes of sit down time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta steal rest time that way sometimes.
Yeah. 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 TV timeouts, all type of
Yeah.
shit like that. You know what I'm
You gotta steal,
saying?
that's where you steal your rest time. Man, it's the playoffs, baby. You know what I'm saying? And load management ain't even shown to work. Clone load management still be hurt by the playoffs.
Still hurt. Chris Paul still hurt.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I'm saying? Who else you
that
want
haven't
to put
even
in there?
shown that haven't even shown to work.
Right. It don't work. It worked that 1 year for him in Toronto.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
bro.
it.
So I think they ushering that shit out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
that's leaving out of here with them, you know what I'm saying, with them old guys and shit too.
Because you got
And
them
it's like,
young horses though, B.
yeah,
These
yeah,
young horses want to be on the court. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
These motherfuckers like, nah, we want to be out here. We hooping.
yeah,
I'm telling you, it's like they bringing the old school shit back because
right,
motherfuckers they competitive. They
yeah,
want to hoop. They want to be out there. Ain't nobody motherfucking complaining about being out there. Hell, Kyrie ain't even complaining about being out there.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a new. I mean, it's a new slash old era of basketball that's coming back.
And like you say, you remember this past year we complained about how to fix the All-Star game, right? This how you fix it. You get them old guys who had that mindset. Don't vote them in, and you vote these young hungry motherfuckers in.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? You vote these young hungry motherfuckers in and tell them, man, y'all want to keep making shit. Who? You know what I'm saying? It's y'all turn. Who? That's how you fix it.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you
Hell yeah.
fix that shit, boy. And Brian them and all y'all, I know y'all good for the for the fans and the ratings and all that.
The ratings and all that. Yeah.
But and when I say that, that's just them seeing your face because y'all production on the court was not good for that. You
Yeah,
know
nah.
what I'm saying? But just letting them see your face as a celebrity and shit like that. I know y'all was good for the weekend, the All-Star weekend and shit like that. But other than that, hell no, get the motherfuckers up out of here. And then
That's shit terrible.
like besides, not trying to poo-poo on what LeBron, Steph, KD, who else? I like to put Claw in there, even though Claw younger than them. You know what I'm saying? All the
What
Chris
about
Pauls and
PG?
all that. PG. Oh, see, Chris, PG, AD, Kyrie, I think Giannis might be a little younger than them. But all of them come in that same age group, like that 11 and 12. They came in like 2011, 2012. All of them cut from that little claw. They all that little age group. Bron and KD and Russ and Harden and CP3, they was all them 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Time them that's the group. It's time to go. You know what I'm saying? And you see my man in the mix of that, Russ. You know what I'm saying? But it's time. It's time for them to go.
Yeah.
And I know what them was some ball players, and they brought in some shit. But when it comes to like helping the game, what else did they do to help the game? Because I'm gonna ask you this: the players are still like I know Bron helped a lot with the player empowerment and you being able to move and say this, that, and the other, right? But did that
Mm.
help the game?
I mean, at the time, it seemed like it did, but then once they start, you know what? It's a certain thing of play empowerment, but I guess it's such thing as too much power.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
I
because I think
think
they
that,
should have some power.
yeah, of course. I mean, I think they should have some power, but I think Nash is like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want type shit. Kind of like these kids are now these days. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And
It's
I
like the
think that's
prison.
what
It's
it
like the prisoners running the jail.
exactly, exactly. And that's my whole thing. Like with that, it's like you giving them power, which is fine because you want to get them more money, and you know what I'm saying. And then in the product you're putting out there is generating billions of dollars in revenue. So it's like you really can't say nothing because you like, well, this the product we putting out. So as an owner, you like you don't really want to fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? Because you get so much money from these players. But then again, you're getting a watered down ass league. You
Correct.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
When
And
you
that's the
jumping
point I'm
from
making. You,
yeah, when you jumping from team to team, and then I mean, but shit, it was working at first.
but was it?
I mean, it was not for the league. I'm not saying it was working. It was working for those players. Like when LeBron went to Miami, it worked for him. When KD went to Golden State, it worked for him. I mean, I'm not. That's the only example I can really give you.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
besides that, has it? So that's a small percentage of it working.
Well, I mean, it worked. It worked with LeBron because it's like that's when he ushered it in. So then once it worked for him, then everybody else is like, shit, I need to do that. So it was like I guess the next big example of that probably was KD. I don't know what other super teams they try to start up.
I mean, it didn't work when they tried to do it in Brooklyn with Harden and
No, no,
Kyrie.
no. I'm talking about after KD. So I
Right,
mean after LeBron.
because what I'm saying is like Harden has tried it, it ain't worked with him. Russ has
Right,
tried it, it ain't worked with him. It ain't worked
right,
no more with KD. It ain't
right.
worked. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the only one that's really been successful with it is Bron, because everywhere he's won the championship there. You know what I'm saying? Like when he went to Miami, he won the championship. Went back to Cleveland with Kyrie and them, he won one, and he won one with bringing AD in to the Lakers.
what I was saying was this: it was Bron. He did it uh with Miami,
Right.
and then after that, he came back to Cleveland,
Right.
teamed up with Kyrie, Kevin
Kevin Love.
Love. So he did it with them. And then the next one after him was KD
Right.
with
Golden State.
Golden State. Now that's what I'm saying. He ushered it in, and only person that it worked for was him. The
And
two
KD.
times he did it, and then KD. And then after
And,
that,
and you can add one more with LeBron with him going to get Anthony Davis. He tried to stack it going to get Russ. You know what I'm saying? Like those him and KD are they think that that's the formula to
win the
winning.
championship.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? 'Cause look at what KD continue to do. Now I'm go to Phoenix and try to stack it again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of filling out your roster, it was
Yep.
just Golden State was just that fucking good, and it just wasn't fair for them to add you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's why that worked there. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
anything else that he went to and he tried to make it work, like I say, I know a lot of the Kyrie stuff in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? But you know him and Harden, but from the injuries to whatever, it didn't work. Phoenix, the same thing. It didn't work. That formula is not necessarily the formula to win. They think you stack the deck to win, bro. And that's why I say, get that concept out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, get that concept out of here. Let any young boys out here like shit. Come on, just give me. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. SGA ain't even got another All-Star out there with him. You know, he got a good team though. You know what I'm saying?
He got a good team.
Fucking same thing with Ant-Man. You know, I know Cat been an All-Star, and I know Rudy been an All-Star, Rudy defensive player, but he ain't got no straight running mate like what Bron and KD them be trying to do.
Not at all.
You know, Joker ain't got that. Murray has never been an All-Star, bro.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
Like, stop trying.
But he got a solid team though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look what Milwaukee tried to do. Stack it with Dame. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work. I know it was injury, but even before the injury, the chemistry was off. You traded Drew Holiday. What?
I mean, I like Drew, but I will say before, I think what the conflict was, because they was winning. They was first in the East.
Yeah, they was 30-13. You said the coaching changed.
The coaching changed. That's what killed it, B. Because, and here's another thing with this player empowerment shit. You get rid of your coach. Why? Because he don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Pacify you with your bum ass brother that you got. You see the motherfucking highlights, the low lights they got in this motherfucker? Dude, I seen some low lights in this motherfucker, dude. The Thanos or whatever I fucking says, man. Dude, he is terrible.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point is, I think they were a good team with Dame, added Dame, but they got rid of the coach because of that bullshit. And then everything kind of went down here from there.
And that player empowerment is gonna hurt the organization. You know they playing 3 coaches right now. They still playing Bud, playing Bud. They playing Griffin, and now they playing Doc because of Giannis. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, because of him. That's why I say, man, get that mind frame and that shit out of here. Now again, I get it. You know, you don't want to go back to the old days like when we was coming up and you was kind of stuck where you were. You know what I'm saying? People like Barkley stayed with Philly with no team. Dominique didn't have another running mate, whatever. You know, so I ain't saying stay in them situations. So I'm glad it's, you know what I'm saying, player empowerment like that or whatever. But them guys nowadays are signing a contract and then a year into the contract demand a trade and all. No, man. Like I ain't doing that shit. Like I ain't with that shit. So yeah, get that shit out of here. And you look at it. You can't say now. I know different type of money. Like I know now players getting almost 60 million a year. You know, for the top guys with the Supermax. So, but it seemed like the money was coming up anyway, though, right? So did we need?
Yeah,
we need I ain't gonna say did we need Brian them for the money. I guess we did, but the
Yeah,
money was going. Cause think about it, the money go up every year. Like we look back, the KG and them got 100 million, 126 million or whatever like that. So I think the money was shooting up anyway.
it
So
was. But I think it was shooting up because of the players, though. It was shooting up because of the marketability of these players, like a LeBron, a Kobe before he passed, before he retired and passed, KD and PG and Derrick
Steph,
Rose before he got hurt, and Steph, and all these players made the game marketable. It made people want to see the game, which means you got better TV deals because everybody watching it. You had, everybody buying the jerseys, and they selling out the arena, and so all of that contributed to it. Now, like I said, but I don't know, do player empowerment and the money go hand in hand? That's my question.
I think Brian them definitely helped the game, but I think they hurt it in some ways.
Yeah, of course, of
You know what I'm saying?
course,
I think they helped the
of course.
game, definitely grow the game and stuff. But I think they hurt that game in some ways, man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. They did hurt it. Shit. I mean, in the two ways that we just talked about, those are. And the thing is, like, maybe we can sit back and think of more ways that they hurt it, but those two are major.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those are major things that we're
Did,
talking about.
did they hurt it with the style of the game? Like how we talk about the shooting all threes and all of that stuff. Do you think it hurt it? Because that's another thing. I just told somebody this the other day. Them young boys too. SGA and them, Ant Man, them, they going back to that mid game too, that midi. They going back to that, you know what I'm saying? Like, watch Ant Man, boy, he going back to that footwork. And, he still shoots some threes, don't get me wrong. SGA only shoot like three threes a game, bro. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
why though?
So, why?
Because most of these young cats, GOAT is Paul George.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
most of them are patterning their game off of PG.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you ain't patterning your game off of Steph. You ain't patterning your game off of no LeBron James. You're not patterning your game off of KD to the most part. But KD shoot a lot of middies too,
He
though.
shoot a lot of midi too.
So you could say kind of KD rapping, alone that bunch, but most of these cats are patterning their game off of PG.
And like another one that I heard them say, like the guards that's coming in, that has come in the last 4 or 5 years, or maybe a little longer, like the De'Aaron Foxes and the Jaws and I think even Donovan Mitchell and guys like that. The tenacity of attacking the basket, a lot of them was Russ fans. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard a lot of them say, you know what I'm saying, Russell's their favorite player. But, like on his MVP years, them
Yeah,
early years when they were in high school and all
yeah,
that. So now they coming in with that mind frame of, I'm finna attack this motherfucker basket, you know what I'm saying, as well. Because
right.
the ones I'm speaking of, them young athletic guards
Yeah,
that came in. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? With that, so they coming in with that same tenacity and athleticism and attacking the basket type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? So
mm-hmm.
yeah, so a lot of them don't have see a lot of them came in playing to shoot the three and all that because that's what the league was doing. So you had to come in and kind of adapt to that. Now it seems like them boys able to play the game that they really want to play. You know what I'm saying? So they going to that cup, man. I saw something the other day. They say Josh Hart, like one of the best when it come to going coast to coast.
Mm-hmm.
Like
One
pay
man
attention to
fast
him.
break.
Yeah, he do that shit
Yeah,
like 3 times, like 3 times a game. He gonna get a basket or either go to the line because he get that ball off the rim and go.
yeah. That's the benefit of having your shooting guard with double digit rebounds
Yeah, yeah,
because he can get the ball and take it, from one end to the next and score.
right.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, it's you know what? I've been enjoying these playoffs.
Me too. Me
I mean,
too.
in that of course I didn't want the Knicks to lose yesterday. I didn't
Yeah.
want Minnesota to lose yesterday,
Yeah.
but I mean it happened. Uh, but it's been entertaining though.
Yes, it is.
It's been
Yeah.
entertaining. One outlook that I have gotten from the Minnesota game. Rudy ain't no defensive player of the year.
And I'm gonna let you finish your point with that. I just had a debate with one of the young boys the other day. He about 31, 32, somewhere like that. And I say, bro, Rudy got 4 defensive player of the year. I'm like, that puts him in like the greatest defenders category of
Yeah,
all time. He is not one of the greatest defenders of all time, bro. Like, what the fuck is we doing here?
I'm seeing him getting cooked, dude. I'm watching the game from tip off to the buzzer blow, bro. If you the defensive player of the year, you should be locking Jokic down.
But they gonna tell
I
you good
mean,
offense beat great defenses. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that, man.
those first 2 games they had Jokic twisted, but I think that was a combination of them with their size, and they was kind of now Denver done figured it out,
Yeah.
and the Timberwolves haven't figured it out. So now it's like, so now your defensive player of the year got to step up and say, "Look, I'm gonna take this challenge because he out there, dude." And then the crazy thing is, Cat is the one sticking on majority of the time.
He the one what?
Cat sticking Jokic the majority of the time.
Yeah, but Cat, I never been a Cat guy, man. And like now, what he had yesterday, 13 or something like that. Like you can't win with that shit, bro.
Yeah, you can't step because he ain't stepping up. Yo, main guy scored 44. You supposed to be the number 2 guy. Give me 25.
And see, again though, Cat is more interested in being the greatest shooting big man ever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he want to do. He said it out of his mouth. I'm the greatest shooting big man ever. Like,
But my thing is this, B, and he can shoot that motherfucker. He can. But if the game doesn't call for that, then you got to do what the game is called for. You know what I'm saying? We need you on a low block.
yes.
That's what we need you at.
He never
Yes, you
wanted
can
to
shoot
be
the three,
down there. He never wanted to play down there.
and that's what pisses me off about him.
Yeah, he never wanted to be down there. Like he wanted to be that stretch. And that's why he was so that's why he welcomed Rudy so much. Cause now I ain't got to bang down there. Now I can stretch out.
But Rudy can't score down there.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Scoring purposes, we need you down there. We need about 10 to 15 points in the paint from you. Okay, then the rest of the points, go shoot your threes. Do what you got to do. But give me about 10, 12, you know what I'm saying, in this paint. Give Jokic just some foul trouble.
And that was one thing that AD did well for 3/4 for some reason every game, because they went away from him or whatever.
They went away from
But
him, yeah.
like he was working Jokic down there. You know what I'm saying? Like Cat, man, like I ain't never liked Cat. I ain't never been no Cat fan. He always been soft and all that to me, man. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to go there. That ain't where he want to be.
And that's what's going. If Minnesota don't win this series, that's going to be the reason why.
Yeah.
Because if you can't live and die by your jump shot when you 6'11", 6'10", or whatever the fuck he is, you can't live and die by that. When you, and the crazy thing is not that he can't post up. When you seen him play in the low block, so it's not like he can't do it.
You don't
But
want
you're
to.
choosing to, right? You're choosing not to do it, and it's for the detriment of your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, that shit don't make no sense to me, dude. So those are 2 takeaways I've gotten from watching the Timberwolves these last 2 games. Rudy is not their defensive player of the year, and Cat need to get his ass in the post in order for them to win this series. Because other than Game 3, Ant did what he's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If your superstar gives you 44 points, I mean, what do you got to do? Give me 60?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then what I've seen from the Knicks series is they ain't got nobody.
Right.
I mean, and I will say this. about the players playing these minutes. You got to know your personnel. Some players are durable enough to play those minutes. Some players aren't. Like OG probably should have rested him a little bit. Like, I mean, think about this. OG that game 3 had like 28 points. He was playing damn near every minute. You can't put Presses and Chua in there. Give him about a 5-6 minute break, something like that. You know what I'm saying? All we need from Achua is give me some hustle plays, some rebounds. That's all I need. Just give me enough to just get him some rest. Now your guards like with DiVincenzo, Hart, Brunson a little banged up. You could tell. But those guys, let them go. If they've proven that they can play those minutes, let them go. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason I say that is because it's what they say. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you may win this series, but you got everybody hurt.
I think the Knicks playing with house money anyway though. They ain't supposed to be here.
I don't really agree with that though, B. I think they're a good ass team.
I
They're a
do
good
too.
ass team
But
and
I'm
gritty.
saying, but if you take any other team that's in the playoffs and you took their second best player early in the year, a lot of them not even in the playoffs, or a lot of them not even. They went to the second seed with that. You know what I'm saying? With that, without Randall, and then along the way, somebody else keep dropping off. You
I
know what I'm
never liked
saying?
Randall though. We talked about this.
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
liked Randall.
I don't
I
need them.
think I think if I'm New York, I'm trading away to get something better.
Yeah,
To get something better to go. What I mean by better is better to go with my team. You know what I'm saying? I think the reason why they jumped to number 2 is because having him gone was able to open it up to how they really wanted to play. I
yeah,
think once the ball got in Randall's hands, it
yeah,
stayed there.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know
he
what I'm
stopped.
saying? He stopped the ball. Now, when Brunson stopped the ball, you don't mind that because he either gonna get you a shot, a decent shot, or he gonna pass that motherfucker off to somebody. You know, Randall, if he don't get a decent shot, he gonna chuck that motherfucker. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So I just think that with Randall in there, it wasn't. It's as we're seeing, and I don't know. Do you think they'll be better off with Randall?
No, I'm with you. I already said I'm making that trade as well. I already said
Yeah,
that I'm shipping. I'm shipping Rand. They need another. They need another. Somebody else that could score and get baskets. With you know
mm-hmm.
what I'm saying with Bronson. I know. We seeing Hart and DiVincenzo over. In my opinion, they overachieved. But I'm gonna ask you something. Is OG ready though? Like, is he ready to take another step? Because he's shown flashes like you just mentioned, game 3, where hey, I can get you 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that something? I ain't saying get 30, but can he go up to 21? Or
I believe so.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I believe so.
is he ready to be that type of player?
I believe so. And I think that's why they made that trade. I believe so.
You know what I'm saying?
That's even more reason for them to go ahead and get Randall up out of there.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
he's shown that he can play within that system. He gonna play better defense than Randall. Randall play defense like that?
no, hell no.
That's what I'm
So I'm
saying.
looking. I'm looking at OG on the year. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists on 49% shooting. So if you give him 3 or 4 more shots, that 15 can go to 20. You
Yes, sir.
know what I'm saying? Because he's efficient. He shoot 49%. You know what I'm saying? So you give him, like I said, you give him a few more touches, that 15 go to 20.
Yeah.
I think he got to rebound a little better because he's a 4 rebound guy. But you know what I'm saying? You get him up there, and then there's because I'm okay. Let me see. I'm looking at the amount of shots he take. So with the Knicks, he was taking He's taking 11 shots a game, and like I say, he's shooting it at 49%.
Yeah, so
So
you give him about 3, 4 more shots.
right, yeah, yep.
You got him
Because
at 20 right there.
he's always been efficient for his career, 47%. So you
So
know what I'm
you figure
saying,
you give him 3 more shots, he hitting 2 of them.
right?
So that's 19 right there. Anyway,
Yep.
you know what
He
I'm saying.
shoot. He
So
shoot. He shoot. He even shoot 39, 40% from three. You
and you
know.
can play him in a system where the ball don't stick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. So that's why I'm moving Randall.
Yeah.
I know he gonna be pissed. Well, I guess depending on what team you trade him to, but I mean it's proven. That's why I say I don't feel like it's house money with them. I don't feel like they overachieved because I feel like the absence of Randall helped mold them into the team that they're supposed to be. Now what I'm gonna ask you. I mean, I know you said another score, but if OG steps up, like you said next year, let's say OG steps up and he gives you 19, 20 points a game. Where do you go now? If you trade Randall, what are you trying to get?
Obviously, they showing that they need some bench. You know what I'm saying? Kind of showing how thin the bench is. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know and you got to think though. You gonna have a PG out here on the free agency. You gonna have you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be some pieces out here.
I
You
just
know.
want something to go. If I'm the Knicks, like we talked about this before, if I'm the Knicks, I want somebody to go with the culture of what we're doing, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know Tibbs is about the defense, and you can tell they playing great defense. I mean, other than the last game, they got their heads blown the fuck out. But I just think that just had to do with, like you said, they shit everybody hurt. You know what I'm saying? At this point, shit, and it's like Brunson. You can tell right now Brunson ain't 100%. So I think that contributed to it, though.
Like they say, who is at this point of the season?
I mean, I feel you. But when your team is running through that guy, he got to be as close as 100% as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's
So
why game 3, when they was up, you got to get that one home.
got to get that one. Got to get that one.
You know what I'm saying?
Got
That's
to
what it
get that
was.
game.
Game 3, I said I knew it. I knew that was gonna come back to hurt them. I say when they lost that one, I just told my brother Trap them that other day. I'm like, man, that game right there gonna hurt. You got to get that one home.
You got to get that one.
Some way or somehow, you got to get that one.
I was thinking the same thing too. So
And
you
that's
got
the
to
one.
get this.
That's the one that hurt. So man, look, yeah, let us know, man. Like, I don't know, and I don't mean to keep pounding on these old guys, man. Because I'm one of the ones who like to pay homage and respect the people that come before you and everything like that. And I know what those guys brought to the table. But again, it's time for ushering in some new blood, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I think with ushering in the new blood, you get some of the shit that some of that bad blood brought in, like the lower
Mm-hmm.
management, the stacking the teams. You get a lot of that shit up out of there when you know what I'm saying, when you bring these new cats in here, man. And I think that's a good thing for the game. It got me wanting to watch again. You
Hell
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, it's spreading the bound. Think about it. When we get up out of here, look at the balance of it again. Like when motherfuckers say, look, Boston is a team. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Denver is a team. Minnesota is a team. OKC is a team. Dallas even a team. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you got teams now,
Yep.
opposed to, you know what I'm saying, you coming in the year. Right, even right now, bro. Even right now, at this point of the season, you don't know who's finna win the championship. You
Nah.
know, probably leaning back towards Denver due to these last 2 games, but this shit is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really don't know who's finna win this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, man, it's fucked up coming in a year with you already knowing who the champion is.
Right. Yeah, go to state gonna win it again. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
like, no, I don't want that shit, man. I don't want that
Mm-hmm.
shit. No. I like the way this shit balanced and spread out and all that shit, and ain't no telling who gonna win this shit.
Yeah, it makes it more exciting. Shit. As far as I'm concerned, it makes it more exciting to me.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, hell yeah. Because even now, even if you look at these series, even these series, yeah, look again, it look like Denver kind of changed. You don't know if Denver finna win that series. You don't know who finna win that series. You don't know who finna win that OKC. You don't know if OKC finna come back out. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's gonna happen in the New York and whatever series. Shit, hell, Boston even let what you call them get a game. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? The Cavs blew their ass
Cleveland,
out.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, man, we don't know, and I
And that's the
love
good
it.
part about it. I'm about to say
I
that's the
love
good
it.
part about it too.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, man. Let us know what y'all think, man. Check it out. Like I say, like it, subscribe it, share it, comment, and let us know what y'all think about this latest episode.